Good afternoon and welcome to the Hope Show. I'm Jim Raffone, your host, and our show is inspired by Jamesy, powered by Adapting Social. And this afternoon, I got an amazing cast of characters here with me. I have our guest of honor is little Hunter. He's a 12-year-old boy who has Duchenne muscular dystrophy. I have his mom and his grandma is with us today. So welcome to the show, guys.
Hi, thank you. Yep.
Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Caitlin. I'm mom. He's probably not going to talk, but this is Hunter. He's 12.
And I'm Grandma Tammy.
And came from about 2 hours away, so we're here to talk to Jim.
Right. So these guys, they came up from Phillipsburg?
Yes.
From Phillipsburg, about 2 hours away, because this is the first episode of the Hope Show that we're actually talking with a family about Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And you guys over the years have seen Jamesy out in the forefront, and then you've met Connor and you've met Chase and Martin Jr. But these are all real kids that we are fighting to save their lives. And in the studio today, I'm honored to have Hunter with us, and Mom is going to share with us why Jar of Hope is doing the G2G this year to help their family personally, because it's amazing. But Hunter is going to get into, did he get approved?
Yep, he is approved for July 31st. That one is when he will have his infusion. So.
Okay, share with her, what is the infusion?
So the infusion, it's called Elevidys. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it was told to us that it's supposed to either prolong or stop the progression of this disease where it is for Hunter. So with him, he is still mobile, so we're hoping that it will stay like that for the foreseeable future.
And leading up to this, share with everybody what you guys have been going through to get him to be able to get this infusion, because it's not easy.
So we found out that he had muscular dystrophy when he was 4. My brother was actually diagnosed and led us to get the testing for Hunter. Pediatrician didn't think he had it. He said he was 99% sure that Hunter was fine. Had him tested for his CK levels, which came back through the roof, and I remember him calling me and saying, "I'm so sorry." We found out that he had it after we did a little bit more blood tests. Was on prednisone for a while, and that was affecting him. So we changed to Emflaza, and that he's been on ever since. Stopped him from growing, made him be a little bit bigger, so we were trying to find other options, and Elevidys came up through our neurologist.
So the two drugs that you just mentioned, prednisone and Emflaza.
Yes.
Just so everybody's aware, those are two drugs. They're just basically steroids to reduce inflammation in the body. Has nothing to do with fighting Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
No.
No, not at all. It's just supposed to kind of help his muscles along to where they don't degenerate or whatever quicker than we want them to.
Right.
So it's just kind of prolonging the inevitable at this point.
And through the course of the years, prednisone is probably one of the worst steroids on the market today. Has Hunter experienced any of the side effects from prednisone?
So with the prednisone, Hunter was very, very angry. He was had a lot of outbursts. With that also came with his physical. He didn't grow. He had the moon face, so his face was a lot bigger than it is now. Mm-hmm. And we were like, we have to do something, because I can't keep him living like that, because he was miserable.
Right.
So they had the deflazacort, and that has helped a lot. We had to screw around with dosing a little bit in the beginning, but now he is doing well with that.
Right. All right, so excuse me, so deflazacort and Emflaza, they're kind of an interchangeable steroid. Depends upon the pharmacy that you get it from. But his prescription is deflazacort.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. All right, just want to make sure that we're clear on that.
Want to go over there? Okay, go ahead. Hunter is very shy, so he might get up and come back and forth every once in a while.
It's great to see he is now 12 years old, and he's mobile.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
God bless.
We've done a
keep
lot
him
so
busy.
far. Yeah, we've done a lot so far to keep him moving.
Okay.
So we have a pool in our backyard now, which he loves to swim. So we get him in as much as possible for his exercise, so it's not too crazy on his muscles. Mm-hmm. So we've been doing a lot to keep him going for as long as we have.
That's great. And he's doing PT as well?
He was doing PT in school. Not anything at the moment because we've just been crazy with spring break and then summer and all that. He actually goes to a YMCA day camp in the summer.
Okay.
So he's coming up on the first week of that next week. So.
And I notice his heels are on the ground.
Yeah. He's had braces. He's not wearing them now, but he's had braces since he was probably 6, which have kind of kept him stretched out and where he is now.
Did he do any of the fascia cutting at all?
No.
To extend?
We didn't do anything like that.
That is fantastic.
Yeah. So
They are tight, but he wears AFOs.
AFOs.
It's just too hot right now.
Right,
so.
right.
Yeah.
No, but God bless him. Whatever you guys are doing is working to counteract what Duchenne wants to do, because by the age of 12, children are usually in a wheelchair by now.
Yeah, and we figured that's the best time we thought to do this infusion is because he's still walking, and if it's gonna slow it down, we'd love it to slow it down to where he's still mobile for as long as he can be.
Right. I know that feeling. I went through that with James as he went through 12, 13, and 14. Unfortunately, at James's timeline, this drug was not available for him. I won't get into what's transpired for children who are non-ambulatory just yet. I just want to make sure you're comfortable discussing that in front of Hunter. But before we get into the drug itself, right, let's discuss a little bit. Tell us about this sweet little kid. I only know him a few minutes, and I could tell he's a lovable. Look at the way he's hugging Grandma. It's just great.
He loves his Legos. He loves playing with his uncle and his dad. They play video games, so he's on the video games with his uncle. His uncle loves letting him play and plays with him all the time. Mm-hmm. He is just an amazing kid. He loves everybody. He's sweet, and he's just the best.
That's great.
Get out of here.
Get
buddy.
out of here.
What does he want to do?
He's like, can we end this early? We didn't even start yet. We got a little bit to go.
Okay, I want to.
So Hunter is excited to go to the beach after
Yeah.
this. So this is going to be great. His little cousin is here as well to hang out with him.
We will. I promise. We're staying
See, he
down
wants to
there.
go to the pool so he can hang out with his cousin. So he just
I
loves.
just want to go in.
He is very good with younger ones. Very good. Might not be great with his group of friends because sometimes they can be mean, but he loves the little kids. He loves hanging out with his cousin and playing
Guess
and
what?
playing games
How
and
deep is
playing
this-
on the tablet and everything. So
How
Wait a
deep
minute.
is this pool?
we'll find out later.
Hunter, tell us, who's your buddy you got with
Who's
you
your
there?
butt? You got it. Who is that?
No one.
So that is Hunter Bear.
No.
And his grandmother bought that for him when has he had that since he was born?
I think I have.
Since soon
Barely.
after he was born, and he will not leave the house without it if we're going on anywhere other than school or the shopping mall or anything like that. He takes it everywhere, and if we forget it, he's not sleeping. He's not gonna be happy.
God bless. Well, at least he's got something that's a little soothing, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's what I would call that.
And of course, Grandma got it for him.
I did. We had to buy a leash for it to take it to Disney with us.
Well, you
Yeah, we
can't
actually
lose it.
had our Make-A-Wish trip in January.
Okay.
So he had to take that with him. We took it on the plane and did everything for it. So yeah. What?
Let's talk a little bit.
Let's talk a
more.
bit. We gotta talk some.
So let's discuss a little bit about his mutation, right? So people are unfamiliar with Duchenne muscular dystrophy and the fact that the dystrophin gene is the largest gene in the human body. And it was only discovered back in 1986 that the gene has 79 exons, which resembles a string of pearls. So, and then they numbered those pearls from 1 to 79. And anywhere on that chain, if there is a break or a deletion, if there's a stop codon, which basically if there's a stop sign anywhere on that chain, you have Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And or, in this case, Hunter has a duplication. Anywhere on the chain, it could drop down and create a whole nother segment to create the dystrophin protein. Now, he has a duplication on 12.
Yes.
So has it been said that his body does create a full dystrophin protein?
So
Complete?
I don't think we've ever gotten the definitive one way or another.
Okay.
because all we did for him for diagnosis was the blood test. He has not had a biopsy or anything like that that would determine one way or the other definitively. So we don't know.
So what? Before they do the gene therapy, they're not concerned?
No, they're not. They said that he's a good candidate for it. They're obviously definitive that he has Duchenne.
Right.
So that's all they're going off of, and that's all they really needed as far as that goes, other than testing for the normal things they test for.
How is his heart?
His heart has had really no effect as of yet.
Duchenne hasn't it? There's no
So
fibrosis?
there was a little bit of scarring,
Okay.
but we're not sure if that is Duchenne or he had a reaction to anesthesia for getting his teeth pulled, and we're not sure if that caused anything
Okay.
because they gave him the wrong anesthesia. So we're not sure what transpired because it showed up probably within a month or two after that.
Right.
So we're not sure if it was actually Duchenne or this other event.
So he's not on any heart meds then?
He is on, yes, he takes an Allopril.
Okay.
Yeah, so he is on something, but it was more of just a preventative, not anything going on.
Okay.
Just to prevent something from happening.
And how are his ejection fractures? It's
I don't think they've had anything. They never said anything to me about being at a dangerous level or anything like that. As far as I know, everything is
well, that's-
relatively normal on the basis of children like this.
Right.
Not obviously not a normal healthy child because
Okay.
they can't base anything off of that.
Right. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's 12 years old and having this, and being in the shape that he's in is fantastic. So July 31st. Now, where is the site that is going to do the infusion?
We actually do everything through the Goyreb Children's Hospital in Morristown, New Jersey. And they will be doing that at their day hospital infusion center. So that's where we'll go for him to have everything done.
And what does that look like?
So the day before, he will start very high dose prednisone. I think I don't know the exact dosage, but it's 20 mLs every day. The next day we'll go at 7 a.m. for him to have the infusion. After that, we will have, in the span of 3 weeks, probably, I want to say 9 times of him getting blood work and 2 visits with his neurologist. And with that steroid, he will not have an immune system for a while. So he'll have to be quarantined, not even go to school for the first month of school because he needs to be quarantined so he doesn't get sick on top of any of the complications from the influenza or the Elevidus, I'm sorry.
Right. So what day do they do the Elvidus?
So Elevidus is going to be on Thursday the 31st.
Thursday.
Yes.
So Wednesday you go there, you prep him,
Yep.
more or less. Then he gets the infusion, and then he goes home after the infusion?
We are not going home because we are actually over an hour from the hospital.
Okay.
So we want to be close. If anything does happen, we want to be as close as possible because our hospital is not equipped to deal with any complications that would be from this specific drug for him.
Right.
So
So where are you staying?
the first couple days has us covered through the hospital, through the social work program, and after that, we're not sure. We don't know what we're going to do.
And what is the hospital asking of you?
So they really haven't given us any guidance as far as that, other than he's going to get the gene therapy. We really haven't gotten, other than saying that we need to stay quarantined and it would be best for him to stay near the hospital as long as possible.
Okay, so we're discussing what it looks like, the protocol to have him get the Elevidus July 31st.
Yes.
So the day before, you're going to go to the hospital.
Yep, the day before. Well, we don't have to be at the hospital the day before. They will just have the prescription ready, and we have to give him the prednisone.
In the house.
We're staying in the apartment they gave us the day before because we're like, there's no way we're getting down there for 7 o'clock in the morning with all the traffic and everything like that. So they gave us the day before until Sunday
Okay.
for us to be there, but they requested us be there a whole month, but there's definitely no way we can do that.
Right. So being someone who is just watching all of these children get this infusion over the years, I've noticed there is a 30-day quarantine. Typically, it's in a hotel because people don't live near the infusion sites. So what does that look like? Because he has to be quarantined.
Yeah, it's gonna be very difficult with us being at home for him quarantining, because it's not just the three of us. We
Right.
have somebody that works outside the home, and just so happens to be one of the people that he gravitates to the most when he's not with us.
Truck.
Right.
So it's going to be very hard for him to do it at home because he's with everybody, but he can't be with them, if that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Sure. So that's it's going to put him at risk. And something that I didn't want to discuss. It's very hard for me to share some of these things, these facts in front of children who have Duchenne. But unfortunately, more children have passed away from taking this drug. And it's important for me as an advocate in this space to make sure that these children are taken care of. So we've had a conversation, and
Yes.
Jar of Hope has a team that's going to go back and run the Grand to Grand, which is a 171-mile event in the desert with its sole purpose is to raise money for Hunter so he can quarantine. Now, you just heard from Mom, it's a 30-day quarantine. So that requires to stay into a hotel next to the hospital because let's face facts also. She can go home, which is an hour away,
Yes.
and then a complication can happen. And Lord knows that in that moment when a complication is happening, not everybody understands in the medical community how to handle a child with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, number one. And number two, especially when they're having an episode from a drug that they know nothing about. So it's going to be my goal, my team's goal, to help you guys to stay quarantined in a hotel room near this hospital so he can get the treatment that he needs. Because you know our hashtag, it's to save the first child. And it doesn't necessarily have to be Jamesy, but we will save him. But if it's Hunter who can get this infusion and this drug works on him, that's my goal. Okay? That's our mission. And so have you looked into what the cost is to stay at that hotel?
We've been looking to try to, honestly, we were going with the cheapest of cheap just to see if we could even cover it. And that's Roach Motel, this, that, and that's not good for him. So we were looking, it's probably going to be, just for lodging, it's probably going to be at least $2,000. And that's not including food for us. That's not including anything else. That's literally just the room.
Okay.
So.
And is it just going to be yourself going?
It would be me and Grandma. We're both
of
going.
course.
Because we're in it for everything, so there's no way she's staying home.
Right.
So,
I
but yeah,
completely
it's
get that.
just it's a crazy cost for us because I'm not working right now because of everything that's going on. It's just better for me to stay at home. It's easier. So we're doing deliveries for DoorDash to try to get the money together, and it's just we'll do anything for him. So
Okay. So
we're doing what we can.
what we're going to need from you is once we're done with this podcast, we're going to give you a link to share.
Okay.
We need you to share this link so there's one unified message, and it's better for your donors, your supporters, because one, they can get a write-off. Two, they know it's directly going to you. This is going to be what we call a bucket, so that these funds are going to go into Hunter's bucket, and I'm going to make sure that we raise this money for you to do what's right for him, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Thank God we got the scientists working in research and the drugs. We just got to make sure he's safe because, as I have said before, it has taken the lives of other children. We need to make sure it does not happen again, and that's why we're doing this. What else do you think you guys are going to need? Because, listen, outside of food, right, you're going to need food. The hotel, now have you spoken? Well, you haven't spoken to a hotel yet, right? Because you're going to need to make sure that maids or whoever comes in maybe leaves stuff for you
Yeah.
to clean the beds or change the beds, what have you.
Yeah, because if anything, okay, these companies are saying, oh, you need to come to work when you're sick. Hunter can't have that. So that will be a conversation that when we pick the right hotel, that we're going to have to say, hey, we'll do our own housekeeping. You leave something outside the door once a week or once every couple days, and we'll do it, and then we'll leave the dirty stuff out in bags because he'll also be shedding the virus that they're trying to infuse with. So that would be not great for them either. So we have to come up with something. So that takes time. So we need to.
So I don't want to skate over what you just said. I picked it up. I want to make sure everybody else out there has. So the drug that's going to potentially work its miracle in your son has to get into his body via a virus. So let's just imagine this, some sort of virus. They take the drug, they put it in the virus to get into his body, right?
Yes.
So the virus itself can make him sick.
Yes.
But also at the same time, it can make people around him sick.
Yes. And then the other biggest thing is if for any reason they use the same virus for something else and somebody needs it, that could potentially stop them from getting it. If it was passed on to them, they might not even know it, but they could still be affected. Say if somebody needed to go for gene therapy, somebody's in the same situation, or they use it for cancer treatment, they'll be not able to do it because of the disease or the illness coming out of him as he just lives.
Right.
They do test for antibodies before he's eligible for that.
Grandma's ahead of me on this one. So I was just going to say this. So one of the things that they have to make sure to prep him for is, one, the reason they're giving the prednisone, as you mentioned, is to lower his immune system so his antibodies don't attack the virus, which in turn would kill the medicine that you're trying to make sure it works in him, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So he had the antibodies test. He doesn't have the antibodies.
No.
He's actually getting another one on the 14th.
Just to make sure.
Yeah. They need to double
His
check,
first
yeah.
one came back negative, but he has to have a second one.
Great.
Because it's been so long.
It's been at least a month, maybe two. So they want to make sure everything is completely
Safe.
not safe, but safe. Yes.
Right. Well, as safe as
As,
possible.
as safe as we can make it with what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And how does this affect you?
I'm scared every day of if we're making the right decision, if it's going to be what's best for him, and it's a lot. It's a lot for both of us because we don't have, outside of our family, we don't really have a whole lot of people. So it's just us, and it's a lot.
What goes through your mind?
Everything. On one hand, it's if this helps, he might be able to be running and playing football and doing all this. But on the other hand, if it doesn't, we're right back in the same position that we are now.
Right, because it's
And-
not a guaranteed fix.
No, and I don't want to hurt him, but at the same time, we don't have many options in our community with everything that goes on with these boys. We just don't have options. And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest problem. It's either this or nothing. We only can do what we can with what we have, and it's the best out of the outcomes. And just hope for the best.
How's your husband dealing with this?
We're not married, but he's not really in it as much as we are. But at the same time, he feels it too. He talks about it all the time. He wishes he could be here all the time, and it's just not something that can happen. But he's probably where we are. We have to take the chance because there's nothing else available.
Right.
So
You got me speechless for a moment here because Karen and I go through this daily about what we do with stem cells, what we do with exosomes, what we do with any treatment that we give Jamesy. And I remember December of 2019 making that decision for Jamesy to be the first child to ever receive stem cells intravenously. And it was not an easy one. So I can sympathize, if you want to put that box here.
over here.
I can sympathize with you, what you must be going through, right? Immediately, months and months ago, when this opportunity came to you, you probably like, yes. And then all of a sudden, it was no.
No,
Oh,
it wasn't a definite yes.
It wasn't right
Is
away.
that right?
No,
It's-
it was not.
we are still to this day. Should I call her tomorrow and tell her we're not doing this because we are so not sure about all of it?
Yeah, it was definitely not a yes.
No,
at
not at
first.
all.
It took a lot of back and forth between us.
The biggest
We still question each other
Yeah.
every
the
day.
biggest thing that we're on board for at the moment is him. He said he is excited to do it because of the opportunities it might bring him.
This is coming from Hunter.
He's not going to say it now, but yes, it came
He
from
wants a
Hunter.
chance to be normal.
Yes, which he's not. He's normal to us.
Right.
He's normal, but in his head, this is the chance for him to be like all the other kids. So that was the biggest thing for us, I think, that made us say we need to do this for him.
Right. He's being an advocate for himself.
Yes.
Which is amazing, Hunter. If you can hear me, that is amazing that you made that decision and you spoke out for yourself. You should be very proud of yourself.
We actually just recently sat down and told him about all this because we didn't know how to tell him.
Of course.
So, yeah, we recently just told him about it. And he understands, but his legs were bothering him, or like he can sit in the air conditioning and his face is beet red. We had to tell him something. Right. We just had to tell him something. And I'm not going to lie to him about it. So we explained it the best we could. And then he comes out with that, I want to be normal.
Right. Of course, everybody does, right? Everybody wants to be accepted, no matter if you're a mainstream child or not. Everybody just wants to be accepted by their peers. And when you have something that's holding you back physically, it's really got to be compounding inside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, see, he has a very great support system at school. His school is amazing. His friends are amazing. So that's not, I think it's just he sees other kids in the neighborhood or other kids in his school that he's not friends with. And he said, I want to be more like them. I want to be able to play soccer or play baseball that's not on the Miracle League team. Like, he wants to be able to do all these things, and he wants to try to see if maybe it'll help him. So that was our biggest turning point, was saying that we're going to do it, was him saying what he said.
God bless him.
Yeah.
So what was the conversation like between the two of you when, so the drug is approved, right? You just have to have a child who does not have the antibodies. So take me back to that moment when you guys were deciding whether to go forward with that or not.
See, we may have made a couple mistakes. We went down the rabbit hole of Google because there isn't a whole lot to go on with all of this, because there's only been, maybe just over 1,000 kids in the whole world that have had this. So there's not a lot to go on. So we kind of went down the rabbit hole of Google, and it was saying all these horrible, horrible things. And we were like, this is absolutely not happening. And then we spoke to his doctor, who kind of went over some facts with us instead of just what we had read, and said that with the kids that she has done, she has not seen, she's seen adverse reactions, but not to the point of where she would have advised them to not do it. So we went back and forth with the doctor. We have a great doctor and a great nurse that gets back to us every time we have a question. So it was back and forth for a while, but we just, it was just back and forth.
We went to CHOP for a second opinion. The doctor that we saw actually knows her brother. And he's, 19 now?
He
18,
just turned
19? Knows her biological mom and the brother. He was all for it as well. And we went down there to see about that muscle biopsy, actually. And he said, no, I advise against it.
Biopsy.
Even on the lower end of the Duchenne, and it could possibly be Becker, he still said the gene therapy will not hurt him, and that's what he suggested to do.
He was pushing to do the infusion.
Yeah,
He was.
None
Not-
of the doctors
not
have actually
pushing.
pushed us to do
Right.
it. They just gave us all the information that they had.
Right.
And all the all the information that they had about it. So it wasn't they were pushing one way or another, but they just gave us what we needed to kind of make up the mind for ourselves. And
Right.
we're still not sure every day,
Right.
but yeah.
But when you're left with no options,
Yeah,
right?
that's all we can do. Yep.
Have you ever seen a Denzel Washington movie where his son, I believe, needed a heart transplant
Yes.
or something?
Yep. John Q.
John Q.
Yep.
I call it the John Q moment, right? If watching that moment, that movie, Can you sympathize with what his
Listen,
character was doing?
Now that I will do anything for this one, yes, I totally get it. 100%. Because I will do anything for this kid. Anything. So, yes, I do. I honestly get it 100% now that I have a child. And now that I have a child that I have to advocate for extra, yes, I do.
What would you say to the scientists or researchers out there who are working on this disease, but sometimes get stymied and frustrated because there's nothing?
We're frustrated too, and we're counting on them to find something so we can keep our boys.
They can't stop.
No, they can't. We can't stop raising money for them. They can't stop because I need him.
Please go to jarofhope.org. Take a moment, feel this mom's plea, and just look at this amazing little boy who just wants to be normal like everybody else. We're going to do the hard work, my team and I. Rick Bureau, Joe Russo, Dylan Doeden, another dad who has a son who just last year took the shot and thankfully is thriving. He's doing well. Who did the infusion, rather. And Olan Johnson. The 5 of us are going to go in the desert. We're going to run 171 miles in the hottest, most remote parts of the desert to raise money for this family. There is nothing more important to me right now than to make sure he can get this infusion, he can get it done safely, and Mom can put her head on the pillow at night and know that everybody in the community is doing everything to help her son. Because at the end of the day, he's what it's about, right?
Yep, that's all that matters.
Grandma, what do you think? What do you want to say to my 4 other teammates who are going to go do this?
Be safe. Be safe.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Like, we've reached out to so many people, and you guys are the only ones that have even attempted to try to do anything for us.
Well, when you say jar of hope?
Yeah,
Jar of
well,
hope.
we have tried and tried to fundraise, to do everything on our own, and you guys are the first ones that have reached back out to us and tried to help us. We've tried motorcycle groups, we've tried church groups, we've tried everybody, and you guys are the first ones that said, "Hey, we're going to help you." Because it's hard to do it with just the three of us, and like when he's just the 2 of us, we don't have extended family. We don't have 40 people behind us. We have 12. So for you guys to reach out and say, "Yes, we're going to help you," is just amazing, because we've tried so many other avenues, every other way we could possibly think of, and it just, nothing has come of it.
Well, I'm sorry for that, but I'm glad you found my number or reached out to me. I forget how we got. I think it was Facebook that we got in contact.
That my Aunt Lynn is actually friends with you, my Lynn Shapiro.
Okay.
She got us kind of the first time, and then it kind of just lost connection, and then I called you back, and you were like, "Yeah, we're going to help you as much as we can," and that was the first time I could breathe a sigh of a little bit of relief that somebody was behind us.
Well, Lynn is your aunt?
Yeah.
Aunt Lynn is the epitome of it only takes one person to make a difference. By reaching out and knowing Jar of Hope and pushing her to call Jar of Hope and see if we could help, right? If you don't take that leap of faith, you never know. But we are committed to finding a cure for this disease. We are committed to saving the first child. There are too many kids in this community that it's heartbreaking. 13 children. I don't know if you know this statistic, this stat. Since January of 2025, 13 boys have passed away already.
Listen, it crosses my mind every day, and I look at it every day. And every day I hope that something's going to come through that's going to save these boys.
Well, we're going to manifest something because we can't allow this to happen. I sit home and I count Christmases. Jamesy's 16. They say 21. That means I've got 5 Christmases left. That's just not enough. He's 12. Nobody should be counting Christmases for their child. at all, please go to jarofhope.org. Make a donation so we can take care of this family. We can take care of Hunter. I just want to make sure everybody understands what he's going to go through. I mean, we're talking weeks away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. 3 weeks, a month and count. Like, we're counting down the days.
Okay, so you have some homework to do unless you found the hotel you want.
We're pretty close to what we found because we've been trying to, like I said, pinch pennies. So we
Right.
found one that was not horrible, but
Well,
I'm
let's
not.
not
I'm
find
not
that
looking,
Roach Motel. Let's
No,
not go
I'm
there.
not looking for 5-star though. We're just looking for something that'll be safe for him
And
for that
close.
month.
Right.
And close to the hospital. We're trying to find within 5 miles
Yes.
because we need to be close if something
And
happens.
there are some people that we personally know that don't understand why we're doing this, but again, our local hospital is not equipped. They don't know anything about what he's going through. If something happens to him, he could die before the ambulance gets him back to Morristown.
Right.
We can't have that.
No.
So shame on those people that don't understand the situation that we're in. Sorry, but shame on those people. Like, seriously, because they don't know. They're not there every day.
Yep.
They don't watch. Like, the other day Hunter and his cousin decided to get in the pool when it was ice cold. He lost all color. I mean, like, his lips were pure white. We didn't know what was happening. He was just cold, but we didn't know that because we don't know what to expect with this.
Right.
What if it was something with this, So our little man sat in the shower for like 45 minutes.
Trying to get warmed up.
The shame of it is when you're not in the community, and I mean the Duchenne community, right? People live in your community, but you guys have become the experts on Duchenne, right? Sometimes you're going to walk into a doctor's office and you're going to know more than the doctor does,
And we have.
We have.
right? And that's scary. That's scary to know as an advocate, as a parent, because you go to the doctor because they're supposed to be the professional, they're supposed to be the expert, and then meanwhile the tables are turned and you're telling them what can and cannot happen, like oxygen, like anesthesia.
Yeah.
Certain things could kill our boys
Right.
in an instant. And so this we have to give them grace, and then that's where the part comes in teaching and educating them, and know that Jar of Hope will always be here. So we have to, because we're in the community, we know he can't be further than 5 miles apart.
Yeah.
He needs to have a ambulance if, God forbid, something goes wrong, there instantly for him. So
Yeah.
if you need help, we'll help you find a hotel in the right area. At the end of the day, it's only 30 days,
Yeah.
right? It seems like a lot, but at the end of the day, it's 30 days, and clearly, no matter what my team and I have to go through to help him, we will do it. And that's why we did this. It's inspired by Jamesy, but it's for everybody.
Absolutely. And we appreciate it. And Hunter will too when he gets unshy.
And when he's going to college,
Yep.
right,
Yep.
and whatever he's studying, hopefully it's science-based. But if not, after he graduates or during his graduation, I want to be invited to see him graduate college.
Yep.
You hear that, buddy?
100%.
He'll be able to teach people. Someday he can be an advocate for all the kids
Beautiful.
because he's definitely going to know a lot more when he's able to understand the journey that we went through, right?
Yep.
We're going to write a book.
When is it over?
Soon.
Okay. 3 minutes. Yeah. If there's anything you think of that you want to share,
Can
say?
you talk to him for a minute?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I don't
There's
either.
a lot.
Okay.
It's just this comes with a lot of new territory for everybody, and we've been in this community since he was 4, but there's stuff that we still don't know. There's probably stuff that you still don't know, and you know a lot. So it's just, we thank everybody that's trying to help us. Shame on the people that don't understand, or I don't know, just people don't take the time to understand, they just judge. So shame on those people, and we're going to do everything that we can for this little boy and all the other boys that are going through it, and we're going to try to save the first child.
That's right.
I mean, that's all we can do is try, but we need everybody's backing to do that. We can't do it on our own. Jim can't do it on his own, and we need all the support we can get.
Please go to jarofhope.org and help Hunter. Be safe.